Hi, today we're going to do the second part of the book, and that's putting the pages on the inside. So we have printer paper that hopefully you have on hand. You're going to want 2 sheets of printer paper. You're going to be measuring 4 inches across the top and making 2 vertical pieces that are 4 inches wide. Okay, and so the length is 11, and that is the printer paper size. Okay, so we'll take one of these, and what we're going to do lengthwise, we're going to measure 3.5 inches. So go ahead, do this. Here we have 3.5, and then we're going to mark again at 7. We're going to mark again at 10.5. Just slide your ruler down, keeping the 0 at the end here, and mark it again at the bottom. So you'll get an accurate measurement, because now just take your ruler and put it perpendicular to the bottom. Make very light marks in pencil, and this is just going to be a guide for where you're going to bend. Now this one, you're going to make your mark here, but don't bend the last one yet. Okay, so here, this is what you're going to do. You're going to do this, put it on the line, press down on your ruler, pull this up, okay, and crease it. So I'm creasing it with my fingernails. If you have a little craft stick, that works really well. Okay, move along, do it to the next one. Push down, lift up. Okay, with a craft stick. The last one here, we've marked it to bend it, but don't bend it just yet. Leave this little edge alone right now. Okay, so you want a total of 1, 2, 3 pieces that you're going to measure and bend. Okay, these are going to be the inside pages of the book. So go ahead, do that. You can stop the video, do that, get that all ready, and then grab your front and back cover and meet me back here. Okay, so I'm going to move ahead. This is the finished book, okay? What I'm going to do is I'm going to show you how to do it. So I've just kind of taped this together, and I'm going to undo it. I'm going to take it apart, and then I'm going to glue it and show you exactly so you can follow with me. Okay, so front and the back. One little thing I did learn while I was doing this book, and I've done these books many times, but I'm using this glue, which is nothing special. It's just like a paste glue, and perhaps because this is a little bit different of a material of a supply that I would normally do, it kind of bowed a little bit. So these aren't exactly flat. So if you can get some heavy books or something to put on top of your covers, or even some kind of weighted thing, that would be great. You know, something like this that has weight to it, and that will just kind of push them down a little bit. Okay, so we'll put this off to the side while we're getting these ready. So you have 3 pieces of paper that you have folded. Okay, and again, the measurements that you should have, these are 3.5, 3.5, 3.5, and then you have this little 1/2 inch here, okay? So, to start, we're gonna take a cover, and this is my spreader for the glue. You can also use these to spread glue, and we'll just do the paste glue again. I have the glue stick out. If you have a glue stick, you can use it, definitely. If it's fresh and it will stick well, then it's great. So either one will work. Put the glue on, smear it around. Now I'm gonna be careful that I don't smear it over the whole thing, because this is gonna go here, but there's gonna be a little bit of an edge that is left that you can see the cover. Okay, so this is gonna be spread on there. Of course, if you have a better idea and you want to put the Q-tip, that's fine. A brush works really well. Okay, put this down. Instead of just kind of slapping it on there, what you want to do is leave a little bit of, maybe this is 1/4 of an inch here, and then look on the back side, there should also be 1/4 of an inch over here. So you have a nice little edge. Burnish this down. And this 4 inches is the same, the white paper is the same measurement as the cover. Okay, so now what happens is you can have the page fold, and then it folds again. Okay, so this piece right here is gonna get connected to another piece, but here's where it gets a little bit tricky. This one, I asked you not to fold it right now, so what we're gonna do is, if you can look carefully at this, you might want to pause it and go back. This piece is gonna be glued to this straight edge here, okay? And then what it would allow us to do is just connect and make the book longer, okay? So we can run paste glue there. Let's try a little bit of glue stick. Okay, so then put this here. Cool, this is new glue stick, so it does work well with just paper. Okay, this is just printer paper. Okay, so do you see how this is working? That's cool. Now I'm gonna do the same thing with this one. Okay, so, and you can look and see if, the idea is that it lines up. The idea is that you have an edge that they all stack up and nothing is like off of this nice edge line. Okay, so we'll run. I did end up folding this after I folded some of the pages here. So I know I told you not to fold it in the beginning, but you will end up folding it. Okay, so there we go. And then this will be your book. Okay, so this edge now gets glued to this the same way we did the other one. Excuse me. Okay. And you're almost done. Okay. Just take care for this last part because this is the important part where you still want to have about 1/4 of an inch on this side showing that nice paper. And then if you can lift up to the back, you're going to have about 1/4 inch on this side. So you have a nice border edge on either side. And you burnish it down, flip it back. Okay. Okay, so you have that burnished. Now, the idea is that when you have it done, it stacks up nicely. This is a little off center, okay? But don't worry, it's okay, because what you're gonna do is just kind of look at how the folds are and go back, and you might need to recrease some of these folds so that this edge and this edge line up. So I might have to just kind of recrease some of these, right? And maybe make them just a little bit, modify it a tiny bit, so when you have them stacked up, you have a nice accordion book, and you have 7 pages here, 7 pages here for a 14-page accordion book.